Ciao! Today we're here making a recipe that is famous in Napoli, in Naples, and I'm here with my friend Barbara.
Hi.
Who works as a barista in her family bar, and her son has an amazing tour company that we use all the time, Bella Touring Tuscany.
Yes.
And so today she's going to show us how to make this amazing dish called
Scarpariello.
Scarpariello. Which is a dish that's famous in Naples. So she's going to explain to us in Italian why it's famous, what the story behind the food is, because in Italy there's always a story behind the dish. So she's going to explain it in Italian, and then I'll translate it in English.
Try, yes. Okay.
We'll both try.
Okay. So, Scarpariello viene da Scarparo, che è il calzolaio, l'uomo che aggiusta le scarpe.
So in Naples, the shoe cobbler is called a
Scarparo.
Scarparo.
Okay.
That's not the same in the rest of Italy, but in Naples,
It's a Scarparo. Yes.
Yes.
And in the old time, the farmer, they used to bring the Scarparo, the pecorino for fix the shoes.
so as payment for whatever work that the shoe cobbler had done, they would pay him in pecorino cheese, of course.
E lo Scarparo usava per pranzo mischiare il tomato e pomodorini con il pecorino.
So for lunch, then the shoe cobbler would make a sauce with the pomodorini, which are cherry tomatoes basically, in America and England and Australia. So they're the small tomatoes, and they would make a sauce with this, and then they would add the pecorino that the farmers, or contadini, brought them on Monday. But on Sunday, there's the tradition that they would all make their sauce on Sunday. So in other parts of Italy, they make ragu, but in Naples, they would make this sauce.
Yes.
With the pomodorini, the cherry tomatoes, and then on Monday, when the pecorino arrived, they would then add the pecorino to the sauce and make this amazing dish. There's only five ingredients.
Yes.
Cinque ingredienti, but the taste is unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah, and yes, we use just garlic, salt, basil, extra virgin olive oil, the cherry tomato, and the pecorino cheese. And of course, pasta. I have another story about this pasta.
I love the story.
It's very famous pasta in Naples, and we call it Paccheri, but this word means like a it's a Paccheri.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a different language in Naples.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I love this pasta because I always think of someone being slapped with this amazing
Paccheri because it's very big pasta.
Yes.
I mean, it's very big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a big slap. And for me, this makes me laugh every time I have this pasta.
Okay. Okay. So we can cut the garlic before.
So we're using my favorite knife from Fontani. It's a Santoku, and I love this knife because it does everything.
2-3 parts,
Okay.
no more. In the momento mi metto un attimo giù,
And
raccontiamo
so
Zio Celeste, vai.
This knife does everything. And it's also gorgeous with the olive wood handle. It's perfect with our olive wood cutting board. So we'll make it in like 2 to 3 pieces.
Yes.
Così, like
Perfetto.
this. Okay.
So we put extra virgin olive oil.
And right now, you can buy this olive oil on our website because it's really special. So it's an olive oil from Puglia. It's all organic, extra virgin olive oil. It's really high in nutrients. The taste is...
Mamma mia.
Buono. Che buono. It's delicious. It's a little bit peppery, which
nice.
is the polyphenols in it. And the smell is like you smell the earth, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's incredible. So this is the problem with Italian cooking is because there aren't any measurements. You do it from your heart and from what your parents taught you, your mom, your grandma. But we've covered the bottom of the pan anyway.
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit because the oil plays a big part in this sauce. So we put that in there, then we just drop.
Then we have to just not fry, but a little bit. Dobbiamo scaldare.
Yeah, so we'll cook it a little bit. We saute it, but we don't want it to be burnt. We don't want it to be cooked too much. Otherwise, the flavor changes. So it needs to be just enough that it flavors the oil. So we'll do this for a few minutes on the fire.
Okay.
Of course, with our olive wood spoon.
And I open the this tomato sauce from my uncle Celeste. So how you say cherry tomato is from Naples.
Yes.
And so my uncle Celeste, he has a orto, how you say?
He has a garden.
Garden. And it's a homemade cherry tomato.
Yes. It's my dream to go and spend a week with Uncle Celeste
yes.
and learn how to do all this. So they're the small tomatoes, and so he makes this sauce with them.
Yeah.
And then he cans them, and everyone in the family gets them, and it's like getting gold, no?
Yes.
Because there's nothing like it. So I would say in other countries where you don't have Uncle Celeste,
but I mean, you can find in the supermarket too, but not the same. Yeah.
No. In Italy, see.
Yeah.
So I would say just try to find some really good San Marzano stewed tomatoes. Yeah. Those would also work, yeah? And like cut them smaller. I think that's as close as you're going to come. But if you're lucky enough to have a great Italian market close to you, then look for pomodorini.
Pomodorini, yes.
And they'll be also in this sauce. And if you live in Italy, you can find them in the grocery store in pomodorini. And that's what we're using.
Perfect. Okay.
Or call Uncle Celeste.
Okay. Uncle Celeste, yes. Allora, un solo momento.
We're also boiling water. So the correct way to boil water is to use salt, not oil. So we've added the water, we've added some pink Himalaya salt, and now we're just letting it come to a boil while we're making the sauce. And so the garlic is cooking.
Voglio cambiare.
And then we'll add the pasta. In case you can't find Paccheri close to you, I'll show you what we're using. So they're these big tubes. And this is Paccheri. You may be in another name in the grocery store. You may be able to find something close, but this is Paccheri. So we'll use that for the water.
So usually we use a lot that kinds of pasta in our sorry and pasta al forno.
Yes.
Pasta al forno is with tomato sauce, ricotta cheese, buffalo mozzarella, and meatballs, and of course Parmesan cheese.
Of course. So pasta al forno is pasta in the oven. Yes.
It's like it's like a lasagna, but as the lasagna of the south of Italy, because in Italy we have a different tradition, no?
Yeah.
So the north and the south. For the south, the lasagna is like this slice of a pasta, like a pacchero, with tomato sauce, ricotta cheese, buffalo mozzarella, and meatballs. And in the north part of Italy, the lasagna is a slice of a pasta, and bolognese sauce, like a ragu sauce, and white sauce or Alfredo sauce, bechamel, and the Parmesan cheese, and slice and the slice. It's completely
totally
different.
Yes. So in the north of Italy and also in Tuscany, lasagna is more like we know it in other countries, but in Naples, it's not made like that at all.
Yes.
So, which is also interesting. So now Barbara's adding the sauce with the garlic still in the pan, and the oil's hot. So now the oil is flavored with the garlic. The garlic's barely cooked, So we don't want the garlic too cooked or it changes the flavor. So now we'll cook that like that while we're waiting for the water to come to a boil.
So time that you make the sauce, you can cook the pasta. Same times.
So this is one of the beauties of Italian cooking, in the true Italian way, is that it's not complicated. It's easy, it's not a lot of ingredients, but it's all about the quality of the ingredients.
Yes, of course. How many people we are?
Three. Siamo in tre.
Hai detto che abbiamo buttato il sale nell'acqua?
Kind of, like I said, it's a guessing game in Italy. So you have to kind of learn what works for you, which is nice because there's no rules. So make up your own rules, play around with the food and have fun with it. This recipe is easy enough that you can't make a mistake. So just 1 jar of the cherry tomatoes or San Marzano tomatoes stewed, and then guess on the amount of pasta that you need, and put that in there. And it's hard to make a mistake. So the cheese that we're using is a Pecorino Romano. And I'm not sure how readily available it is elsewhere. We're really lucky here because we have all these choices. So if you can't find it, then Barbara, can you use Parmigiano? If you can't find Pecorino.
We can mix
Okay.
Pecorino Romano and Parmigiano cheese too.
Okay. So if
But
you can't
not
find-
only Parmigiano, because the Pecorino Romano is more strong than Parmigiano, no?
Okay. So
For the taste, no?
exactly. So if you can't find Pecorino Romano, then find a good Pecorino because it's got a stronger flavor to it. The Parmesan is a little bit softer, so you're not going to get kind of that same punch that you will with a Pecorino. So for our recipe, we're going to use only Pecorino. So try, if you can find any kind of Pecorino is better than no Pecorino, but if you can find Pecorino Romano, which has like a black exterior around it, so that's the black all around the bag. So if you can find that, that's the ultimate cheese to use for this dish. So how long do you think that this should cook?
The tomato?
Yes.
I think 5-7 minutes, not more.
Okay. Okay.
The same if the tomato are fresh, same.
Okay. So can you make this with fresh tomatoes?
You can make it with the fresh tomato. But I make with my uncle tomato because I love the taste of the tomato from Naples.
Yeah.
So that tomato are more sweet. I mean, it's like not sugar, but
Similar.
yeah.
So if you made it with fresh tomatoes, how would you make it? If you wanted to use the
You
tomatoes.
have just no, it's same recipe. And if you find the cherry tomato, fresh cherry tomato, it's better because they have a very good. They are sweet.
See.
They are sweet and they have a very good taste.
Okay.
If you find the fresh cherry tomato.
Okay.
And
And you
the
would
recipe is the same.
So you would just put the cherry tomatoes into the
extra virgin olive oil and garlic, and just to wait.
and smash them a
Yes.
little bit. Okay. To get the
When-
juices and
After 3 minutes that the tomato cooked, you can crush with the fork.
a fork
Fork.
or
Okay.
forchetta in Italian.
Forchetta is fork.
Yes. Okay. So that's what she's doing now. So she's is smashing the tomatoes a little bit.
Yeah.
And then stirring the pasta. So how do we know? Because I think in America, England, Australia, we overcook the pasta.
Yeah.
And we always hear al dente, but why al dente? Why? And I mean, I know, but you can explain.
Why al dente? I
Yeah.
think because it's a difficult question. So we love al dente. I think because the first thing is the pasta al dente favorisce la digestione.
Yes. So pasta al dente is better for your digestion.
Okay, and assorbe meglio il condimento.
It better absorbs the sauce or whatever's with it.
E perché non è una zuppa.
Yeah, because it's not soup. So you want the pasta to properly absorb whatever
Yeah.
you're serving with it, which is also why you use different types of pasta with different types
Yeah.
of sauce. Yes. So
I
and
think,
also because the way that Italians make their pastas is that when the pasta's finished cooking, they add the pasta to the sauce, and so the pasta continues to cook a little bit.
Yes.
So if you cook the pasta to where it's perfect in the pan, then by the time you put it with the sauce, you're going to have a problem, right?
Una cosa che può aiutare le persone
Yeah, something that can help people.
c'è il tempo di cottura.
Yeah, if there's a time for cooking.
Ma il mio consiglio
But her
è
advice-
levare 2 minuti prima.
Okay. But her advice is if it says 12 minutes, cook it for 10. If it says 15, cook it for 13.
Yes.
The problem is it doesn't always say this on the packaging.
Ma di solito
but-
c'è sempre scritto. No.
And I don't think in the United States it's written.
no.
Or in England.
Vabbè, you
or-
can,
Yes.
puoi provare. You
Yes.
can test.
Yes.
So, no, è ancora cruda, vedi?
Sì.
No,
Sì.
è inutile provare.
So it's
Guarda.
obviously not cooked right now. So it would be useless to try it because you can see that it's still too firm.
Yeah.
It's still holding its form perfectly. So once it becomes closer to being cooked, it gets softer. It falls a little bit because by the time it's finished, it's not going to be a tube anymore. It will be kind of flat.
Yes, perfetto.
Yeah.
Perfetto.
Yes. You can tell I've eaten this dish a few times with Barbara.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, il mio preferito. It's my
Questa è già
favorite.
pronta.
Okay,
Il
so
sugo
the
è già
sauce
pronto.
is ready. And you can see how like the tomatoes have been smashed. So they're making more of a sauce here and not these big fat tomatoes. Ah. My God, the smell.
I know.
The smell of something so simple of just an excellent olive oil, fresh tomatoes in a jar, and fresh garlic.
That's it.
And that's all. It's amazing. I mean,
We miss the sauce.
yes. So now, of course, we're adding some of, we use pink Himalaya salt, but you can use whatever salt you prefer. So also the part of, sit,
Scusami,
not? Now
And-
for the basil.
Yeah, when the tomato will be cooked, we can put the fresh,
Basil.
just 2 or 3. The other, when we mix the pasta with the tomato.
Okay. Ah, okay. So now the basil will stew in the tomatoes while we're waiting for the pasta to cook. It'll take some of the flavor, and then when we put the pasta in, then we'll add more basil. So the reason also for the salt in the water is because we're flavoring the pasta as well. So learn what's the right amount of salt for you, but it makes the pasta a little bit salty as well, so it flavors the pasta that way. It's not just for making it not stick together, but it's to give it flavor, which is why you use salt instead of olive oil, because it's part of the process of cooking.
E servirebbe anche la scolapasta.
So on Sundays, it's a tradition still in Naples. On Sundays, everyone comes
Usually,
together.
so only in Naples we make a special ragu. Ma carne macinata, come si dice?
Ground meat.
Yeah, we don't use ground meat. We use a piece of meat. Beef, pork, different kinds of beef and pork with tomato sauce and cooked for 3-4 hours. And usually we use the Paccheri and then we mix with our ragu.
Wow.
So for us, every Sunday, yes.
And
Or
so-
pasta al forno.
Ah, okay. So as the meat cooks in the tomato sauce, it breaks down and becomes little pieces.
No, it's the pieces like this of meat or like this.
So it's many pieces.
Yeah, but when you mix with the pasta, usually we mix only the tomato sauce with the taste tasty of
With the
meat.
taste of meat.
And after, like a second dish, you can eat the meat with the tomato sauce and sometimes with some vegetables, like pepperoni or friarielli. Do you know the friarielli?
No.
It's our famous vegetable, friariello. It's like a rapini or it's a very taste vegetables.
Yes.
But usually we eat the meat of the ragu and some vegetables.
Okay.
That is our
Second course.
yeah. Yeah.
Che buono.
Sì, molto.
Wow.
Or pasta al forno, or depends if it's winter or summer. In the summer, usually we eat more seafood.
Yes.
No, and then we mix the seafood with the pasta, no, like spaghetti with the clams or calamari or no,
Yes,
something
yeah.
like that. Yes, depends.
You now see how the pasta is starting to fall, so it's not that perfect like round form anymore. And so now we know it's getting closer to cooking, to being al dente.
Possiamo anche assaggiare, posso prendere questo?
Yeah. So we're gonna taste. So these plates.
If, come si dice, if they don't have the timer on the...
So if they don't have the time on the package, taste
Yeah,
it like
you can,
this.
just you can try, no?
Yes. So you don't want it to be mushy.
No, non è muscio.
So
No, qua è crudo.
you want it to be less cooked, not soft. So today we're serving our pasta on these amazing plates. So these are from Maria Cristina Andretto, and they're Murano glass. So I love these. They're called the Zen series because they're shaped like a stone. And every plate's different because it depends on how the Murano is made, always by hand. And so sometimes they can vary. But the form is perfect and there's a little indentation there. It's perfect for holding pasta and just letting your dish shine. And every plate is hand signed by the artisan. As I said, we're using the Tenuta Esse olive oil from Puglia. It just changes everything, truly, like this peppery flavor. It's grown on a small family farm. They harvest the olives and then within 15 hours they press them, so all the polyphenols are compressed into this and everything's organic, so you're not getting all the pesticides and all of that stuff in the oil. Also amazing for salad. In Italy, when we're cooking, we save the pasta water. And we'll use that in with the sauce because the starch from the pasta water helps the sauce to stick to the pasta.
Perfetto.
So
Vabbè, possiamo
never,
usare anche
the
questa
pasta
così.
water is like gold. Do not ever throw it away. You can, yeah, it is. And so you can use that to scoop, which, to be honest, that's what we do, is we just scoop it out and then we take it directly into the pan with the sauce. But Barbara's going to do it a little bit different and drain it into the container.
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah, certo.
Posso fare così?
Certo. So draining most but not all of the water because again, this is what's going to help it stick
I need
to the sauce.
Yes. I need a little bit water, no?
Sam?
Oh, grazie, chef.
So we'll use a ladle for Barbara to get out the rest. It's all about improvising.
Scusa, chef.
So now she has the colander sitting on top of the container.
Questa è la vera modalità in cui gli italiani scolano la pasta.
So this is the real way in which they drain the pasta in Italy.
And now we can put the pecorino, same time,
Yes. So just add that to your taste. That's 100 grams, that bag, and Barbara put about 3/4 of the bag in there. She's tearing the basil.
Con le mani,
Yeah, with your hands. Don't cut it, don't chop it. It turns a color, so when you tear it with your hands, it doesn't change the color. It keeps that vibrant green. And then she's gonna add some of the pasta water. And now we'll go over and see So how do you know how much water to put on it, Barbara?
I think like half a glass, water glass.
Okay. And if that doesn't seem like enough, if it doesn't seem like it's sticking enough, if it's not making a good enough pasta, or adhering enough, then just add a little bit more, piano piano, slowly, just add a little bit more.
Allora, this works is with this fire, right? For us, it's a big fire. Right?
Yes. So it's on high heat because we want the pasta to boil, the sauce to boil while it's in there. And then she's adding a little bit, a lot more cheese.
Dici che il pomodoro, sì, scusami.
Oh no.
Il pomodoro diventa quasi, non proprio rosa, però.
So you want where the tomatoes become pink. And so we're letting it boil so that the sauce thickens up and really sticks to the pasta. Just
2-3 minutes.
Okay. So we want to let it cook
we
like
said
this.
Saltare. Salta la pasta.
Okay, until it goes up.
Yeah, salta la pasta means
Until it raises
this.
up. It makes a wave.
We're ready, yeah?
Okay.
We're ready.
So now we know
Mettiamo
it's
in
ready
un
because you can see it's thicker. You can see the colors changed. It's not such a light color. It's more vibrant now that the water is cooked off. And so now we're ready.
Yeah.
And the water's gone, as you can
Yeah.
see, and it's really sticky, the sauce, which is what we want because we want it to stick to the pasta.
Right.
And now it's ready. And then, of course, you've got to have your basil on the top.
And if you like, more pecorino cheese.
And again, how gorgeous is this pasta? 5 ingredients.
Yeah.
I know that y'all can do it.
Andiamo
So
qui?
we are now going to pour a little wine.
This is for me.
So we are now going to pour a little wine, eat our lunch. We hope
Yeah.
that you try this recipe. It's delicious. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. If you've had this before, we'd love to know what you think about it. And we look forward to the next time we can cook something for you. Thanks.
Thank you.
And make sure you subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and check out Barbara and her son's company, Bella Touring Tuscany. I'll put a link in the description below so you can find it. And anytime you're in Tuscany, I'm telling you, he's the guy to go with. They can plan the perfect trips. He speaks amazing English, as does Barbara. And they're beautiful. They just share their love and passion for this country.
We love our country, you know.
I do.
And we are very, come dici in inglese, siamo molto... questa non è venuta bene, la taglierai, va bene dopo.
Sì, esatto.
Come puoi dire, siamo fortunati perché siamo nati in questo paese e ci piace mostrare il nostro paese con i nostri occhi.
They feel so lucky to be in this country, to live here, be born here, and so they love to make their tours by showing you through their eyes, their country. So you can't get a more authentic, beautiful, heartfelt tour than going with them.
Thank
so
you. Grazie.
Okay, grazie a te.
Thank you. Grazie mille.
E buon appetito.
Anche a te.
Ciao.
Ciao.